This is Wave 3 Listens Live.
Welcome back to Wave 3 Listens Live. We talked about Thunder, we talked about do's and don'ts, best views, all of that. Our coverage starts at 2:30 here at Wave 3 if you're not able to go. And now we're flipping, and after that cute little dog too, now we're flipping to drinks. And Christy's going to stay around because she's going to be our taste tester. Let me introduce you to Josh Jur. Now Josh, tell me about what you do. It's really interesting.
I run a bar consulting company called Hawthorne Beverage Group. Basically, we do bar education and bar training for groups all over the United States.
Okay.
Work with quality brands like Cabana Cachaça and Four Roses Bourbon.
Okay.
It's great to work with Four Roses, obviously in my backyard here. We basically do educations, cocktail demos, and train bartenders. Anything to do with booze, we do it. So
cool. So you were telling me about, coincidentally, a new bar that opened in Cincinnati.
Absolutely. I just opened a new bar in Cincinnati. Our group, Hawthorne Beverage and myself, we opened a bar. It's called Tonic on 4th. Tonic on 4th is on right near 4th and Race in Cincinnati. Classic cocktail bar, hand shipping their own ice, doing everything from scratch, homemade liqueurs, homemade bitters. You're going to go in and it's going to be, everything is made there on site. And really cared for. So.
And football season's just around the corner. We'll be going up to those Bengals games. I'll be stopping by.
Come on by. We want you to come in and check it out.
So you're actually going to mix up a couple of drinks for Christy?
Absolutely, for Christy. Christy, we had to twist her arm, as she was saying earlier.
I still have to do the new newscast.
You do have to do the new newscast.
Things could get really interesting. I tune in if I'm
coming out like that later. Essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 springtime fun drinks that you can do that are really, really simple to do at home. And the first one is going to be a caipirinha. And let me get this through here. First off, we're using Cabana Cachaça. Cachaça, 3 syllables.
Cachaça.
It's basically a sugar cane. I can go a little bit more in depth. It's a sugar cane spirit from Brazil. It's the only spirit that is basically only comes from Brazil because it has a legal control over the name of cachaça there. And,
cachaça, so it's like a Brazilian rum.
It's sort of like a Brazilian rum. The cachaça guys are fighting against the TTB to try to get it not called rum because it's tastes distinctively different.
Oh, okay.
And you can get that. And you can get artisan cachaças.
Well, let's taste. No, I'm kidding.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'll have a shot.
I'll be the judge of that.
I'm kidding.
Absolutely. You can have it smell there. Light, aromatic, floral. You're a garden person.
Wonderful, wonderful. See how you picked up that I'm the garden person?
I already knew. I did my homework. So we're going to make a caipirinha, which this is the most traditional drink to make with cachaça.
Okay.
And essentially all it is about half of a lime. Now when you use half of a lime, you want to make sure you use one of these Mexican limes, a small lime. I know that we all go to the produce place and we see these, oranges that look like grapefruits. These look like lemons. We want to make sure you get the right size so you're going to have too much acid in there.
Okay.
And then just a little bit of sugar. And you're going to muddle that up. You're not going to overly muddle this because if you muddle too much, you're going to get the pith in the lime there. But you do want to break up that sugar and you do want to break up the acidity in the limes there as well.
So a muddle, of course, is the tool that you're using as well as the action that you're doing, right?
Absolutely. I am muddling with a muddle. And it's a great hardwood muddle from Cabana Cachaça here.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. I know I gave you one.
A Brazilian wood.
Brazilian wood, essentially, is what they're using. And then from here, you're going to add your cachaça. I'm just using about 1.5 ounces of Cabana Cachaça here.
Okay.
Quite quality artisan cachaça. And then crushed ice. You get a nice water introduction here. Right? And then we're just going to stir it up, obviously, get it mixed well. Use the back of a bar spoon.
Stir.
Where can you buy cachaça?
You can buy Cabana Cachaça at all your Cabana. You can pick it up at all your local liquor stores. You can also get a caipirinha at a lot of great places around town that do it. Mojitos, Proof, Social are all bars that carry this. Of course, also Monkey Wrench. I don't know if you're familiar with the Monkey Wrench,
Of
but
course
it's a local.
we are. It's a neighborhood bar, and we've got the recipe, and our recipes also are on wave3.com. But this is the.
This is actually a variation. This is a Derby City one I did with a little bit of limestone water, buckwheat honey, local variation. So you know how to make the classic, and now you know how to make a variation. It's a lot of fun to add a dash of cinnamon or use different fruit to muddle and all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
We're gonna sample this over here as we move into the next.
You can put cinnamon in this.
I'm sorry?
You can put cinnamon in this too.
Yeah, you can. The great thing is you can have a lot of fun with it, but it's very good just by itself like that. Very light and refreshing. Definitely a drink that's patio worthy, if you will.
Lime, sugar,
Cachaça, Cabana Cachaça. And then a little bit
I'll never get it right either. That's good though. It almost
especially if you have a couple
like,
of those.
Yeah, almost
you'll be saying
a little bit more like tequila than rum.
Well, you get some of those notes that some people distinguish with tequila, but with Cabana, it's a little bit cleaner. It's a little bit cleaner.
Okay, so you got a couple of minutes just to mix up the classic mint julep, right?
Okay, so we're getting into derby time, and it's imperative that we do a proper mint julep here.
Okay.
Now, mint julep, as well as the caipirinha, are more about the method than the materials. Meaning that if you don't do this properly, those ingredients won't taste correctly, if you don't stir it correctly, if you don't muddle correctly. So we're doing a slight variation on the mint julep. The mint julep came around about the 1790s, 1800s when you started to see it evolve from the julab, which is basically a medicinal tonic from Persia. It's where the word alcohol comes from as well. And then we're using a little bit of maple syrup instead of sugar in here. Maple syrup is definitely good, and we're going to use just a touch of just half of what we're going to use. This is Four Roses small batch quality, small batch handcrafted bourbon, obviously made just around the corner here in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, where I'm from.
Oh, you're from Lawrenceburg.
I'm from Lawrenceburg.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm from Jessamine County.
There you go. We're in the big city. We feel good in the big city up here.
We don't hardly know how to act
Well,
up here.
I'm glad I'm from Fayette County, so I feel like we're all right there together.
Oh, yeah, you're right next door.
Migrate. So what you want to do is you want to take, instead of muddling, unless people muddle it and break up the mint. The mint has bitter qualities if you break the leaves. I'm sure you can understand that. So you just want to press the oils. And my little trick is to roll it like this. So you just get the oils up and down and up and down. You may even want to add extra mint here.
We're not muddling, we're pressing and rolling.
Pressing, exactly. We're using the muddle to press, not the muddle to muddle.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we're just going to press it and get some more essential oils in here. And at this point, you want to add your crushed ice, but you're only going to add your crushed ice to about halfway to the top here. And then you're going to go with your spoon and watch that glass frost up. Now, normally when you're using a bar spoon, you don't want to do this. You want to roll it around the edge, but you want to bring it back down to half so you get a nice water reduction, like so.
Okay.
And then you want to add your extra ice to pack it and make sure that the water reduction stops at that point.
Okay, now, Josh, I can't tell you how much we appreciate you coming in and mixing up drinks, and I definitely think that it would be a good idea to tune into the noon news and see Christy after she finishes the.
Right. I don't know if I can finish
both of these. Here's the mint julep recipe: 1 3/4 ounce Four Roses small batch bourbon, a half an ounce of maple syrup, and 3 sprigs of mint. And
make sure you got the method going as far as there. But if you look at the final product here, who would not want to drink that? I kind of almost don't want to give it to Christy.
But you already said you would, so.
I would, but I can always make more. I've got plenty of bourbon around, so.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
This is the best mint julep I've ever had.
Well,
this is really
I
good.
appreciate that, and I tell you, it all has to do with the quality product you use and the method and the good amounts of water reduction and maple syrup. It really, really is, and it's really easy to make at home. So.
All right, thanks, Josh, so much.
Thank you.
Claire Jett, when we get back, stay with us.